Hello, fellow YouTubers, and welcome to ReeYees Retro Toys. On today's episode, I'm going to take you through my Christmas findings from the last couple of weeks. It never fails if you're a toy collector that one of your favorite brands or companies release new waves or a new series around Christmas time, and on top of all that Christmas spending on your family, you as a toy collector, you kind of have to do the same on yourself. But hey, that happens. I also was able to hit up a couple of indoor flea markets while I was visiting my parents and in-laws in Pennsylvania. So I'm going to show you what I found there as well. A lot of the stuff is new. It's modern, right off the shelf. But as a Ninja Turtle and Star Wars collector, I'm always on the hunt for that next wave of action figures that come out. So I hope you enjoy it. So I'm going to start off with the items that I found while I was in those indoor flea markets. It was just a sporadic trip, so I didn't make a full video of the actual flea market. So I'm just going to show you what I came back with. This one I really liked. This is a WWF Superstars of Wrestling hardcover book from 1991. It is from Crescent Books. So obviously Hulk Hogan is on the cover, Ultimate Warrior is on the back. It's just like a little fan souvenir of all the different superstars that were around in 1990 and 91. They talk about the events. WrestleMania 7 happened during that time. You can see Hulk Hogan leg dropping earthquake there. It's not super rare or super valuable, but as a hardcore WWF collector, I couldn't pass this up. It was $8. I tried to weasel her down a little bit more, but she wouldn't budge. Anyway, I wanted it for my collection. So I like that a lot. And then another indoor flea market. Actually, I found this in Lisa's marketplace. I did a video on that earlier in the year where I didn't find anything. Remember that one? But I actually came back with this. It is a bag of Ninja Turtles for $20. Now, most of them are the modern 2012 line, but there were a few items from the 2003 series, like this April. There was also like a Shredder Mobile in there. The Rocksteady from the new Bay Ninja Turtle movies. One of those mutating ones from the 2012 line. This is the Leonardo that transforms into his katana blades. But there were about at least 20 figures in this bag for $20. So I didn't think that was a bad deal. So I don't normally collect newer wrestling figures that are released by Mattel, but one line that I absolutely love and adore is the retro Hasbro collection that they've released within the last couple of years. I'm always on the lookout for new waves. Apparently it's popular because they keep making more of them. I have the first 3 waves, and while I was out Christmas picking, I did find a couple of the new series. So this is, I believe, wave 4. Here is the red-faced Sting. He's basically just a reissue with red face paint and tights and boots rather than white. So I got him. And then the Yes Movement himself, Mr. Daniel Bryan. He's a part of this wave as well. And it looks like the other 2 are Shinsuke Nakamura and Bray Wyatt. They didn't have those, so I will be on the lookout for those. So I was also able to make it to the Disney store while I was visiting family. And they had the new Droid Elite series of action figures. They are Disney store exclusives, and they are all die cast. They had the amazing Gonk power droid, and then R2-D2, and he comes with the tray, like in Jabba's sail barge, where he's serving drinks. They had TC-14, another protocol droid like C-3PO, and then R2's buddy, R5-D4 from A New Hope. So these things are beautiful figures, and I would even consider taking them out of the package to display if I have a little bit more room. So I had to add these to the collection as well. My trip to the Disney store also landed me a couple of exclusive Black Series figures that are only available in the Disney store. One is this Stormtrooper with blast accessories. I guess he comes with like a platform and different blast marks, some blast marks on his uniform. It's like what he can look like set up there. So I thought he was neat. And then Mr. Zuckuss from the Bounty Hunters line that they've been releasing. This is the first time he's ever appeared in the Black Series. So, another great looking figure to add to the Black Series collection. So another place I like to stock around the holidays are discount chains like Ross, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, places like that. They often get toys in that were popular maybe a year ago, that were overstock, and you get them for really cheap. This year I did that, and I came back with a couple of items. One was what I picked up at Ross for $2.99, was the General Leia Organa Black Series figure from The Last Jedi. No, I didn't like The Last Jedi, but this is Princess Leia we're talking about. Rest in peace, Carrie. So I could not pass her up. Just to get her loose, I already have her in the box, but to pick up a loose Black Series General Leia figure for $2.99, I thought that was a good deal, and a steal, really. So I'll set her on a shelf. She's a good looking figure. And then also at Ross, I found this Loyal Subjects Thundercats figure for $3.99. It says the comparable value was $12. I've never bought a Loyal Subjects figure in my life, and I know they're pretty popular with action figure collectors, especially retro collectors, because I know that they do old school lines like Ninja Turtles and Thundercats, but this is the first one I bought. And they're blind bags, just in case you don't know. They come in a foil pack, and then they come with the checklist of the figures that are available. I got it for $3.99, and the figure that was in my blind bag, which I was happy about, is Mum-Ra. Who doesn't like the villains? I always thought that the villains were a little cooler than the heroes. Even in wrestling, I tend to like the heels more than the faces. But he's a neat little figure for $3.99. Another series that I wasn't sure I was going to buy, but I ended up at least buying these for. These weren't at a discount store, but at Walmart, right off the shelf, are these Generation 1 reissue Transformers figures. I just think they are just so cool, and really tugs on the heartstrings of us vintage collectors seeing these hanging on the shelves again. So I think they were $7.86, something like that, for these little mini G1 reissues. So here is Tailgate, and here's Swerve. Here is Outback. And, of course, the awesome Bumblebee. I had him as a kid and played with him relentlessly. So here's the back. They even have their file cards with the decoder. You know, you put that red plastic sheet over the decoder and see something there. But anyway, I picked those up. I think they've also reissued Starscream, Hot Rod, and Devastator. Those are just a little too pricey for me right now, but for $7-8, I thought these were a cool find. So those were my Christmas findings from 2018. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel so you can keep updated on all of my toy hunting adventures. Thank you for watching, and keep on hunting.